Bro, this wire is causing some major issues over here. So if I go if it gets like cut out halfway, I'm gonna have to put on my like my gaming mic. What are the chances that two wires I get both are faulty? All right, awesome. So Pocky will be joining us in just a second, guys. Sorry for the delay. Kind of annoying. Oh boy. All right.
What's up, buddy?
Yo. Having some technical difficulties. Fuck.
With what? Mike?
Yeah, the wire on my mic. I even got a new one, and it's still flimsy. So I think I just got two like I don't know, man. Like these USBs, they're like the smaller ones, so they're like very flimsy for
The
this
C-
mic.
the CB or whatever it is.
I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah, it's like the mini USB, right? So
I don't
plug it
have
into.
any issues with my mic. It's the Discord, dude. For some reason, every single stream, I always have to reset my Discord before my mic picks it up. It's weird.
Nah, that's the stages. Just back out and back join in again. For some reason that's been a glitch they've had for I don't know how long now, but that usually fixes it. This is like literally my mic will unplug like midstream, and then trying to get it back in is just a nightmare. So managed to get it fixed. You just gotta give it time, though. Give it time. I think yeah, stocks have been up all week. Profit taking is normal. Also, we also made new highs this week. I think a lot of people just are quick to forget. We tapped 109K this week. Like we made new highs before the
Yeah.
SPX, and you
Yep.
know we're just faster than TradFi. It's very quickly forgotten that we made new highs this week. You know, Solana trading above its all-time highs of 2021 now and holding it. You know, it's looking good, guys. Like I'm not too. It's really not as bad as you would think the sentiment is making it sound. I don't know about you, Pac, but like, man, some people are, I think, losing their minds.
Yeah, I mean, I think some people joined when the up only was happening, and now they haven't experienced like the range that we experienced last year or the range that we experienced in the bear market.
Yeah,
So, personally, me, yeah, this PA I would prefer fucking bear market PA than this shit. It's very volatile when it comes to like news bro, this reminded me of like Elon and Doge back in the previous bull market when every single time he made a fucking tweet, like Doge would react to it. That's what
yeah.
we're actually seeing with BTC and like the U.S. government. So yeah, I
It's
just
very
prefer,
illiquid up here. Yeah,
yeah, I prefer a lot. I just prefer cleaner PA, even though POCs are working. Don't get me wrong, like it's just the fucking moves are like the RR is trash is
yeah,
really
yeah.
what I'm trying to get at, right? Like, I
So
want I want two R's, and right now it's like one. It's like
when you start to see this sort of PA structure, at least to me, it tells me that your MMs have found a good distribution and rebuying strategy, and they will continue to exploit this because there's a lot of angsty traders in between both,
yep,
right? So they found a good distribution area, they found a good reaccumulation area, and they'll continue to do this until price squeezes and gets too tight. Now, if we really are just ranging again, I expect it to be cut in half, right? So you're going to see something more like this before the move up. The way parabolas work is they technically get faster and faster until finally it hits a blow off top. So if we had a 7 month range, I would assume this is about half of that span, right? And I want to say we've already been doing this for how long now? Like a month,
yeah, a little bit more.
almost 2 months, almost two
Yeah,
months. So like I want to say we're close. We're close to being done. It's either it either does two things. It's either we're doing one more test down to the range low, and then we're finally going to grind up and move up, or we're just going to straight up blast off from here. I think this heavily depends on headlines, but I still think we're in a strong bull case here for.
yeah. Oh yeah. See, I like that
Yeah.
previous range that you just talked about because the RR was better in that range.
Yep.
Your moves, the moves were much bigger. I mean, what is that? Like a 33% range or some shit like that? Where this one is nowhere near that.
Nah, this is
Uh,
around like a 20% range. It's more similar to what we've seen the entire rally up from 16K, right? We always got like those
Yep.
sharp 20% pullbacks, right? 20, 25%, uh, 20%. If I'm not mistaken, this is 20%. It's besides this like one wick we got, right? In that
Yeah,
seven month range.
that was our gigafill. I love that one. That was so beautiful.
But you
We
see, like
waited we waited what, fucking 8, 9 months for that, man? We waited
a good
so
six,
long
seven
for that.
months. I mean, if you've been buying since 16K, a 30% drop like this, it's been since 16K. Like you did not get
Yeah.
a 30% drop in any of this price action until then. And if I'm being honest with you, if this is meant to be cut in half, right? Because parabolas they accelerate, right? If this is supposed to be cut in half, then technically you've already gotten this very similar wick here, right? Which was what, a 25% drawdown? No, not even like 20, right?
No. Yeah.
It's very similar to this. Like the PA just looks accelerated version of this range. So again, we're probably going to do something like this. Fake it out again. This would be ideal. 200 EMA catches up, kind of does this. This is what I'm looking for, just based on the
Yeah.
narratives, the headlines to come forward. We're in the most bullish scenario we could have ever been given. So it's either we just continue to range or we're actually just going to blast off here because if this is our low, which was bought up in minutes, by the way, it's going to look similar. Look very
Yeah.
similar. We're just going to grind up and continue.
I mean, this is the best case scenario because
Oh,
back in the previous bull market, when we're at like in the 60s. um I was preaching. I was like, we really want, regulation on this. I know the PA won't be as good, but the regulation is where the big money starts to come in, and that's what we're already starting to see. Um, this bull market, I think, is going to be like the move up is going to be pretty much the wildest move we've seen.
yeah,
Um,
like 70 to 110K, if I'm not mistaken, is very cumbersome. It's after this where it's I think if you've never witnessed true parabolas in BDC fashion or at least in crypto fashion, like it's we're right there, guys. Like we are literally right there. 109, 110. That's the last known area before things can get very silly very quickly, right? And you're starting to see walls stack up again. We're just compressing. We're compressing above 100K, and that should excite people. It's peanuts for these guys, quote unquote. We're starting to see alts move now. Again, Solana's doing amazing, guys. I don't see anything wrong with Solana. You got your 30% drop followed by new highs. So that's you want proof that you're still in a bullish environment. 30 to 40% drops followed by new highs is what you want to see. I get it. ETH has been struggling a bit, but look very very similarly. Look for something like this. You're seeing something very similar here happen. So if this wants to crush 4,000, the next time it does go for 4,000, it's going to smoke it. I'm telling you right now.
yeah.
Just
Yo.
just a bit of patience. A bit of patience. Stop trying to you know tick time it with money you do not have, and just let it do its thing. Because the market is preying on people following headlines right now, and it's all right, all right.
Cool.
We're still in the
We
first
went
15
down.
minutes.
Yeah, I know. We went down. We tapped those POCs, which is nice. I'd like to see that kind of falls in play what we're looking for.
SPX back in price discovery. So again, like all bears blown the fuck out again. Very
I don't
interesting
have a
stuff.
lot of stock friends that are betting short, to be honest with you. They,
Hardly ever works.
yeah, they even said themselves like Trump is gonna really explode the just the country itself and like the economy. It's gonna see a very, very heavy bounce. So
Yeah, it's very hard to be bearish. If you weren't bearish for the past 4 years, well, there's certainly no reason to be bearish right now. Like it's just. Have you seen the past 5 days? What he's been doing? It's insane. It's
It's
insane.
it's beautiful.
It's like
I
America's a
mean,
new country. It's in
yeah,
a
yeah. I
different world.
mean, he's I said it. He keeps his promises, and this dude's fucking
I'm fucking right.
delivering.
They freed my
He's
boy Ross.
delivering.
So if you think they're
And we
not listening
talked
to
about
us,
this.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
We
they're
talked
listening to
about
us.
this last stream, man.
Yeah, yeah. He did it. He fucking did it, bro. Like so again, if he wasn't listening to us, he would have ignored it. He's listening to us.
Wonder if
He's
he has
listening to
any
us.
like BTC wallets that he got. That was like we're a little dusty on those wallets. I
That's what
wonder.
I'm worried about. Like does Ross still have some Silk Road?
I
Does he?
think I mean any smart person would have definitely separated the two. If you ask me, I would have, right? So especially if he wasn't participating in buying.
I just wonder if there's like a deal. Like someone said, Ross Defo handed him the ledger for the future SBR. Like I'm wondering if he had a large stockpile, right?
Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised.
Because back then having like a reserve of like 20 mil BDC was like we're talking like multiple thousands of BDC. Like we're talking like
Yeah, a lot.
50 to 75k BDC. Like it's
Yeah,
nothing, right? Like
yeah.
what's so good about Ross getting out when he's a criminal? Earl, so many things, so many
What?
things. Have you ever heard of someone? Okay, let's just speak on the propaganda, right? I'll give you guys an example. Have you ever heard someone conspiring to commit murder, getting 40 years of prison, 2 life sentences, and no parole? Have you ever heard of such a thing? I've seen people literally get murdered, convicted, and released for less. First and foremost, something's horribly wrong with that sentence. Another thing is, have you ever heard of a private citizen getting all his rights breached as a private citizen to be taken down and prosecuted as if he were a terrorist, which by definition he was not? So what I mean by breaching your rights as a private citizen is they conduct illegal search warrants on you, they spy on you illegally without a warrant, and they set you up almost like entrapment to get to the
Yeah,
bottom of what they were
it's
doing.
entrapment, 100% entrapment.
Yeah, so they broke every law in the book, right, to take this guy down, and the worst they found was a conspiracy to commit murder. Not even a committing of murder, a conspiracy to commit murder. And this guy got a harsher sentence than serial killers. The sentence was unjustified. The search warrants, the way they got him, was unjustified. The real reason why Ross was made an example of was that he conducted a market space. If I'm Mark Zuckerberg, right, and people start sharing photos of underage children, or they start selling 20 bags through Facebook DM, do I go to prison at being Mark Zuckerberg for the actions of what other people have done? This is what Ross did. He created a Silk Road website, a marketplace where people could buy and sell freely whatever they wanted, whether that was drugs or whatever services they were selling. People tend to forget Silk Road was a place full of art, crafts, all kinds of shit, right? Not just what they talk about in the media, which was drugs and hardcore drugs being sold by third-party vendors. If
Human
I'm
trafficking, yeah, that
Yeah,
was
like
that was the big
these are
one.
the main punchlines. Like, what if I told you Mark Zuckerberg's platform, Facebook, solicits photos of like just like Twitter, right? Back in the day when it was run by Jack, had these code words for sharing underage children in very explicit content. Does Jack go to prison for this? Is he responsible?
What about the Wayfair CEOs and shit? They didn't
They
get in
sell stolen
trouble.
cars in Canada on Facebook Marketplace. Perfect example. Is Mark Zuckerberg meant to serve 2 life sentences and 40 years with no parole? Obviously not, right? So again, what Ross did was he created a free marketplace where government cannot keep track of what you're buying and selling, and to them that was a
There,
big problem.
there's the cake. It's a free marketplace.
Exactly. So the government does
They
not
want
like
their
that,
they want their peace,
and they
man. I'll
have no
just be
right.
honest with you. They always want their fucking peace.
And they also have no right to do that. So they broke every law in the book to go after this guy. They made an example out of him, and that's why people fought for his freedom, because all he was doing was establishing a network, kind of like what Satoshi did, was establish a peer-to-peer transaction where people could send money to each other without a government overreach.
Why do you think he's anonymous as can be?
Exactly.
They would have
Exactly.
locked him up. They would have locked him up a long time ago if they knew
They
who
would
he
have done
was.
the same to Satoshi. They would have done the same. And that's what we stand for, right?
Yep.
Anonymity, and nobody has a right to tell you what you could buy or sell. It's at your own peril. That's what a free market stands for, right? Nobody's responsible for what you do or how it's done. You have every right to do that. And the government did not like that. So they made an example out of Ross Ulbricht. They smeared his name in the in campaigns, media campaigns, and nobody knows the actual real story here. So trust me when I say, you want to talk about criminals, there's so many fingers to point. Not a guy that conspired to commit murder, right? Which he deeply regrets, by the way. So that's the real story. That's the real injustice that was done on Ross. Is he a perfect human being? I'm not a perfect human being. Are you guys?
I try to be.
Earl, you have no right. We have no right to tell people what to do with their lives. Have you noticed? Like, if someone wants to buy hardcore drugs, guess what? They're gonna get them off the street. Guess what? It's gonna be laced with fentanyl. Guess what? They might even die from it. Why don't you just allow people to buy and sell whatever they want instead of making it criminalized and then having criminals run that underworld? You lose anyways. They put the cartel out of business, so naturally they didn't like that. So I just hope that provides some context to why people are so hung on Ross's freedom and because it's a big testament to what we all do. What's stopping the government from saying anybody conducting transactions in Bitcoin and USDT is illegal because we can't identify what you're buying or selling and to who or what.
Oh man, I
We're all
cannot wait.
criminals
Don't
at
you
that
think?
point.
Don't you? What happens when like you think they'll open up like futures again and stuff or like
I think
leverage
so.
trading?
I think you just got
Yeah,
to give it a bit of time because
yeah,
the
man.
U.S. has its problems right now. They are fighting a war on their own borders. And if you think that's not serious, they wouldn't have declared their biggest threat to American citizens, which is the cartel with their fentanyl lace, their trafficking, etc.
You see
That wouldn't have.
BTC right now? I mean,
Yeah,
bro,
I'm
look
watching
at
it.
it. Yeah,
We're
man,
good.
we're good.
We're flipping this level here, which I am a big fan of. We bounced off the pivot 200 EMA last night. It looks good, bro. Like we were 3K away from new highs again. I've never seen the sentiment this bad.
It's the last value area high, everybody, at 106,362. That is the magic number. I'll post the chart again. This does change though. This will change every 24 hours. It's not going to fluctuate like crazy, but
I don't even have
those are
all
the
my shit
levels.
open. You guys have me fucking ranting early in the AM over there.
Oh, we're just excited for the future. There's nothing wrong with
Well,
that,
it's a
man.
lot to talk about, and someone asked
Yeah,
a decent question, and I didn't want the misconception because the propaganda talking points will when they want to smear someone, they'll smear someone.
yeah.
And it's important to understand the full story. Is that they broke a shit ton of laws to get to this person, and he was treated like a terrorist when he wasn't, right? So
Yeah.
anything about ETH coming? Just I think yesterday ETH's response was actually quite good. I think you're closer than you've ever been to what we call the quote unquote phase two. I think you're pretty close, guys. Like all jokes aside, like it's almost here. It's almost time. It's almost time. Martian, the difference between Diddy is that we had so much information on him, so many whistleblowers that the media has no choice, right? Can't hide it no more.
That's always me. Everybody always asks me about shorts. Everyone thinks I short like a madman. Yeah, you can short. We can short this if you want. Just low risk. I mean, we're not trying. We'll extract some maybe some money out of the market, but going into the weekend, so much bullishness is on the table, which could be like you know what. That's the reason why I'll take attempt the short, but you it's not something that you're gonna put your limits, put like a hard stop and walk away. It's something that where I'll be like putting limits, watching 1, 5, 15, 30 minute divergences. As soon as like they're invalidated, I'm out. Like, no
Dude, look
thanks.
at Aves reaccumulation. Oh my god, man. There's so many pairings that look so nice, man.
I got in the H bar a minute like before the stream started. Let's see if we could let's see if this bad it pumped a
So
little
many
bit,
things look
but
nice. Like Solana looks good, bro. Looks good to enter. This is like price discovery, man. Like it's entering price discovery. Solana should be on the radar for you guys. ETH, I think has one more trip down, and then it starts. Just be patient. Just be patient. If you have your bags, stick to your bags. If you're in
Hmm.
spot, don't shuffle. Just stay put. The leverage plays will come. It's just right now it's so dicey, man. Where we are teetering on. We are teetering. How's our legacies looking now that we're almost 30 minutes in? Gold's still doing okay. What's our silver doing? Two defending a trend line. Pa, 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 pa. Oil going down pretty much since okay. I always feel like Nvidia is a good buy.
You
Did
might
they
be an
announce?
American citizen sooner or later.
I can't fucking wait. Please, man, please.
Other than,
Like,
dude.
trust me when I say if you want to invade Canada, half the country will gladly join the fight. I'm telling you, at least half of us will. The other half are just a bunch of weirdos, anyways. So it's not like they have
Sip,
any weapons to defend themselves, anyways. So
sipping on maple syrup.
yeah, yeah,
I'm
straight up.
kidding.
Nah, man.
Oh
Like
man.
honestly, you can say whatever you want. I've lost faith in my country.
I love our. I mean, I love the new setup that we got going on here. But man, I hope we start getting these banks on board. Is what we need. That my bank buying the house just sent me an email like, sorry, we made an error. It's actually $100,000 less than your
Oh,
purchase agreement. So I was like, well, that's a lottery ticket. I didn't know. I just saved 100 grand. Let's go.
no biggie. Just a cheeky 100 grand.
How did they fuck up a 10%? Like that's 10%. My lender is like really happy. They're like, what? Like, okay,
Like if I knew I had to spend 100 grand on something, and then they go, "Oh, oops! By the way, you didn't have to spend this much. Here's your money back." I think I'd go nuts on Pokemon packs. I'm not even kidding.
bro. I love how everyone. I wish John was in here because, like, when I first got into this position, what was it? How long have I been doing this now for WG? Like 2 years now. So when I first got in here, I got on a phone call with John. He's like, "What are you doing?" Like when he was like telling me I was gonna get a position with WG, I was like just sorting through all these damn Pokemon cards. He's like, Pokemon. I was like, yeah, you know anybody that's into like Pokemon cards? Like I got a shit ton that I'll offload. And he's like, nah, like back in the day, there was some members in WG that messed with Pokemon, but not anyone anymore. And then you were the first person to like ever
Yeah,
mention it. You know what I
like I
mean?
got
And I was
back
like,
into it.
okay,
Yeah,
there's
because
a there's a collector in here. And then now look at everybody.
yeah,
See?
like
See why hell, bro? I
I
got
kind of
diamond hands, baby.
I kind of kept talking about it. So I guess like people took more and more of an interest in it, like TQ and Tex now, even Rob. I think Rob saw me opening some shit, and he was like, "Okay, I'm going to buy too." It was last year, right, where I saw like I take a look at markets, right, just out of the fun of it, and my friends were talking about cards, right? This is the One Piece cards. And I was like, why are you guys freaking out over One Piece cards? It's like because they're like 3-4 times the value. There's like a shock supply and whatever. And I'm like, oh, shock supply. I'm like, this sounds very familiar. So I wanted to go look into it. And then I started to take a look. I'm like, what are those Charizards and shit going for now? They're like, oh, those things are done. They're never gonna be the same price ever again. I'm like, really? I'm like, this sounds very familiar. So naturally my trader behavior started to look into it. I realized everything was like 90 to like 85 to 95% down. I'm like, oh, this is interesting. So I took some shit. Remember, I started to buy up a couple Charizards,
Yep.
a few
Yep.
boxes of shit, and it was more just to have fun with it, opening it. And then I realized, I'm like, oh my god, I'm
I
buying things
told
at the
you.
lows here, and
I
I'm
told
like,
you.
so I put a bit more into it, and like I kind of forgot about him for a bit, right? So I have like a bunch of these booster boxes and things all behind me, and like recently, like 3 months ago, I went to go look, and I'm like, I had to rub my eyes. I'm like, is that the price of the box I bought? And I went to go check my receipts, right, of like what I bought them for, and I'm like, holy fuck! I'm like, they're up like 4 or 5 times the price now.
Yeah.
So then came out the Prismatic Evolution set, right, which is like the new one, and I'm like a fan of the EVs, like the EVs, right? So I'm like, oh man, this is a set I actually want to buy again. So I want to get in on it. Then I realized there's this big fucking horde of people that are just buying everything out, right? And that's when I kind of discovered that, like, oh man, it's in another cycle, bro. It's in another like wave of hype. and that's like where
Yeah.
we're at right now. So everybody's just kind of getting
I'm
into
getting
it.
ready to I'm getting ready to offload, bro. I'm getting
Yeah, you
ready to
you you
offload.
little fucker. I tried to buy your first edition and you wouldn't sell it to me because you knew they were
I
super low.
I've been in the game longer than
I
I
was too
think
eager. I was
anybody in
too
Wealth
eager.
Group, bro.
You smelled blood.
I've
I was
been
too
doing
eager to
this.
buy it off you, and you knew that. Why is this guy getting into Pokemon cards so at these prices?
I know what's going on. I've been doing this too long, man.
I
I'm
know, I
about
know.
to offload. I'm hoping my Tom Brady rookie card goes back up into the millions. I will sell that one for sure.
Nah, you collect sports, right? I haven't touched into that.
All of them. All of them. I have everything. Michael Jordan rookie cards, Kobe. Um, obviously, I have every first edition Pokemon card that's ever been released. I have Magic cards that are like 10, so PSA 10 Magic cards. Black Lotus, Jester Cap, all that shit.
Yeah, you see, like the
I got
Black
everything.
Lotuses. You see, like
I got a Peyton Manning card right here that's worth 40 grand.
dude, at this point, I could start my own, like, at the very least, my own online store. But what I want to do, and I've been looking into it, is getting like a brick and mortar store because then you get distributor prices. So I could just sit in the back of my own
We
store.
have one. We have one.
Okay, so I want to do this over here because I want to sit in the back of my own store
I
and just
got you.
rip my own packs.
I'll get the homie to we'll do it like a meeting, me and him, and then I'll get you put on. We're good. I got you.
I'm serious, huh? Like I'm dead
I'm a
serious.
1000%. But also, what you want to do is you want to get a commercial account with a grading company.
That's it, right? That's what I've been
Yeah,
told. That's what I've been told.
I think I paid like $2,500 a year for it,
That's
but
not
we
bad.
wait. I think my wait time right now is 4 days. So like that's from me shipping it out, them grading it, and sending it back to me. They are here in Florida, but it's like 4 day turnaround is really really
So they're
key. Where
opening one in Canada now, so that's gonna help me a
get
lot
on,
because
get on them right away.
when I send expensive cards right to the states, I have to pay an import fee after. So like it kind of
I
ruins the
remember.
business for me. Yeah.
I remember.
So if they open a PSA in Toronto, which is what they're doing sometime this year, that's gonna help me a lot. But I've been looking into it. I'm dead serious, bro. Like because you can't get distributor prices without a brick and mortar store. That's what they've been telling me.
Yeah, I got the Fleer. You know the Fleer one, PJ. Yeah, we got one of those. Just one though.
All right, what's happening with this market over here? But yeah, man, cards is fun. If you're a trader by nature, like that's where the money's at. Like if you know how to flip, if you know your avenues, you got your clients. Not a bad thing to venture off into.
I would hold. So look, okay, I'm not. It's kind of negative, bro. I hate to say it, but like a lot of like my cards, like some of them, like I won't sell until something like crazy happens. Like
Yeah,
for instance, like my Kobe cards skyrocketed unfortunately after when he passed away. So like same thing with my MJ cards. Like no, like we won't. We're not even listing those. We're not gonna
and
list
there's
those.
a reason why they're so valuable. Is because even though people have them, doesn't mean they're gonna sell them to you. I was speaking to a contact from Rob actually, this guy from Dubai. The best collection I've ever seen, Pocky. You would actually freak the fuck out if you saw what this guy had. You would
Really?
freak the fuck out. No, 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 bro. Like I'm talking like viral videos. He's got a store, right? And he's got like this vault in his store. We're talking like Superman comics, one of ones, $10 million, $15 million. I freaked out. Like I
Wow.
freaked out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And he was like, it's not a matter of finding a seller. He's like, I'm not selling it. Like he's like, I'm not selling these things. He's like, these are my collection. He's like, I'm not selling. So like if you
Yeah.
have these things, it's not because you want to sell them. That's the difficulty in finding these things, right? Because there's a guy with billions of dollars that is not selling it. You know, it's like there's no money you can give him.
He's a real collector. He's not really about
Yeah,
it for the money, right? Like we have comic books too, and that's just something I really just did not. I don't care about it, but we have a bin full of old ass comic books. I'm sure there's shit in there that's worth money. I'm sure there's shit in there that was worth money, but it's completely destroyed. You saying that makes me want to go in the damn bin and start looking through which ones might be worth some money, but at this moment, the cards is just so fucking juicy, man.
Nah, bro. Like I swear to God, Pocky, like the shit I saw a few days ago in that telegram made me freak out. Like made me freak
Oh,
out. Like I'm not kidding, bro. Like we're talking like 10 to 20 signed Kobe cards. We're talking signed Lionel Messi World Cup edition, like
wow.
everything, bro. Like I saw
Wow, wow,
everything.
wow.
I talking like hundreds of millions of dollars worth of cards. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. Someone asked me what my trading style and technique is. I trade a pivot 200 EMA system, and on a larger time frame, I trade a supply and demand. So pivot 200 EMA, M15. It's an intraday trade strategy. So every day I look for the same operations. Very very similar to Pocky's. Just he'll take more of these that you'll see on my chart. I tend to stick with this one and this one. So my trades are usually operated on these two levels here on a day-to-day basis, and then supply and demand are for larger time frame, larger outlooks. They're more like swing setups. For example, we'll look on something like Doge. We'll target a trade like this, right? We'll look for demand pockets like this. We'll take a bid, scattered bid in this area here, and we'll hold it for a prolonged amount of time. And these are how I pretty much do my trades. As for calling trades, I don't really operate this way. I operate more like a market analyst for the group, an educational sort of teacher. I host classes, which I haven't done in a while actually. Just it's been a rough few weeks, but yeah, we're gonna start the workshops again next week. It's just past 2 weeks have been a bit tough. I don't read and collect mangas, Mick. It's too much space. It takes up too much space, bro. So what do we got alerts on for? I'm kind of
I got alerts on Soul. I got alerts. I got a lot, but I'll sift through them real quick before talking about any of them because some of them might XLM, Atom. I'm only gonna shoot out the ones that have like high volume because they're gonna
okay.
respect our TA much better versus like hold on, let me take a look.
Yeah, of course.
Um see like Sundog, Garbo. Not even worried about that one. Boba, trash. Oh wow, we got a alert on TRX. It's it's
Uh,
this probably the slowest moving coin in the history of crypto, but
TRX, but it does well.
it does so well on
It does well.
TA, like it is like cheat codes on TRX, man.
Oh man, that looks like it's in reaccumulation area, bro. Like what? You get something like this. I'm pretty sure you could swing this. You get something like this. Fuck man, I can't draw for shit. You get something like that. Probably does something like this. Just gets like this reaccumulative
Oh,
PA.
did
Try to
Nero
exit
take
somewhere here.
Oh, dude, I was trying to get us a trade this morning on Nero CTO. Oh wow, yeah, it ripped. Fuck, man. I wanted 5809. Too greedy, guys, too greedy, but it's
Does
okay.
XRP
Well,
ever go down, or am I nuts? This is the
uh,
biggest fade of probably in recent memory. I've never
me too.
seethed so hard in my life. Like
I admit it. I'll admit it more than anything
I
else.
usually don't care. I usually don't care. This one I just fucking wanted to like I needed to. I needed to. Yeah, Dave, I'm not gonna argue with the XRP bros. They made new highs. They made new highs from 2018. I mean, it took you guys 6 years, but you did it.
You won, you won. You won.
You did it.
I've
You did
sent
it.
out my apologies already, but I'm not gonna play it still.
I can't, bro.
uh,
Like, you want to know what's crazy? Okay, I was talking to a real life buddy of mine, right? And I'm like, did you take a look at Sui? I'm like, it's, because I gave like a couple of my friends like moves that I think were like they could move pretty quickly. I'm like, did you take a look at Sui? It's like up like 80% since I mentioned it. He messages me back. He's like, XRP up 300%. I'm like, go fuck yourself, bro. Because he asked me about XRP specifically, right? I'm like, I would stay away from that one. It's been years. So now I have to deal with that shit. So Um,
It's even worse for me. There's been more people than I could count, like in real life, that talked about XRP, and I literally looked them in the face and was like, "It's fucking trash." I'm like, "It's trash, dude." Like, no, no thanks. They don't even talk to me anymore.
it's bad. It's bad. You're getting
Like, what's
outtraded by
this guy
people.
doesn't know what the fuck he's talking
That's the
about?
worst part. That's the worst feeling is that you do know what you're talking about. And for 6 years, you were right about
Oh
it, and now that
man.
it hits all-time highs this one time, right? And now everybody thinks you're full of shit. Someone asked me my thoughts for ETH. I think you're in a very conflicting area here. 3,400 between 3,400 and 3,456. I would say my capped expectation on a day like today would be 3,456. But your real money and your real entry should have been towards this pivot 200 EMA, something we saw towards last night. So it kind of ran without us in the Asia session. So it was really hard for us to find a continuation play here. But we are in an area of interest where you should expect prices to cool off, maybe consolidate, reject a bit. The way I'd be looking at this is I don't think we have enough time by the end of today's market.
Was
Mm,
liquidated. ENA. ENA must have pumped and dumped.
I do not think we have a play here that we could take today. For those that are long from yesterday with the pivot 200 EMA flip, you're looking at 34.56 to be your take profit, but caught in between R1, R2, there's not much we could do here, unless you want to try to sell this area, which very difficult to assume. Uh, Flipping on the 4 hour, yeah, it's problematic if you want to sell from this area. Most likely need to wait for a daily close, and then
Oh, HBJ, what's up, brother?
who's there?
HBJ.
Oh shit, that's rare.
He was in the UK boys stream this morning too. He used the same GIF. I love it. Our
Did you pull
cat,
an
our
all
cat,
nighter
our
or?
cat guy. BTC dumping 321. I don't know what it rejected off of, unless it. I mean, if it just rejects off the value area high, that's pretty wild. I was expecting at least a tap of 106,689. It could sweep. It could sweep this morning. That's fine. We still have levels below. It ain't. It's not lights out. Like if we didn't have any POCs from here to like 99, I'd be like, yeah, we're we're screwed. But no, there's so many levels: 105, 104, 102. So many levels to play right now on any type of pullback.
I mean, I'm okay with trading anywhere in between here as long as this is flipped. I think you're going to new all-time highs. Again, funding, man. Funding is so cheap. It's so cheap, man. There's like realistically no longs in comparison to shorts. I mean, yeah, there's small premiums, of course, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like we're running out of things to liquidate here. You know what I'm trying to say?
I have 10 first edition booster packs that my kids own that I think I'm going to convince them to sell to.
You're not
And
gonna
they're
keep
all weight.
those. They're all
No, they're
heavy.
well, yeah, they're all heavy. So like what happened is like okay, so my boy owns the store right up in Melbourne.
Okay.
I mean, fuck, we've been friends for a decade now. And my kid's Christmas presents 2 years ago from him, he came by and dropped off 5 packs for each. And I was like, you cannot open them. They have to go into the safe, and we will do something with them in the future. I just looked
Perfect.
at the pricing on them. I'm like,
I think you could wait a bit.
I think I might do like a WG special with you or something on Twitch to promote Wealth Group and us do an opening of these
I
packs.
mean,
Like,
if you do that, I'll match and I'll get like assuming I could find an authentic one, I'll probably get like a jungle first edition or something booster
okay.
box. Yeah, and we'll open that, which is not cheap, by the way, guys. Like not even a bit. But like
No, not at all.
something that's fair is like maybe like a jungle first edition to make it exciting. I would love to open like a legendary collections box, but like those are just so expensive now, like 80K. So
Yep.
They're just so expensive.
There's
That's like
not
one of my
there's yeah
favorite sets.
there's not many of them
Or maybe a
right now.
fossil first edition would be fun too.
I think you could get like the base booster box. I think you could get
Oh
some
yeah,
for
we could
like
do a
around.
base set unlimited.
Yeah, I think you get those for like 20.
But they're fake so often, bro. Like I'm scared. I have to find like a reputable source.
We could get them.
Or like a Neo Genesis box, you know, like one of those.
Now you're talking like 40 mans probably
Yeah,
somewhere
yeah.
around
Even
there.
jungles and fossils are pretty expensive. Yeah,
Yeah, you're looking pretty high. Go that way.
they're scanning them now. What does that mean? Oh shit, that's smart. I
That
like
would be
that.
like a collector that has access to. I don't think you can just go to your doctor's office and be like, "Yo, I need to scan these packs."
Yo,
Oh shit!
I'm not trying to be a Logan Paul here where he buys a whole case of first edition and he opens it up and gets GI Joe cards, bro. GI Joe.
Awesome, awesome.
Yeah, mindful. Let me know. Let me know because yeah, yeah. I've been wanting to pick up one of those boosters for a long time. It's just I'm terrified. I'm terrified. After the guy like authenticated it and everything, and it was still fake. I'm scared,
Yeah.
bro. Like I'm
Yep.
scared. Like when you deal with Wizards of the Coast shit, it gets really tricky.
We facilitate. So like it's funny you say that about the Dubai guy. I feel like I personally got reached out by like some really extremely rich person's agent, right? Like they don't
Yeah,
really
he's got an
reach out.
agent.
Yeah,
He's got an agent.
they don't
Yeah.
reach out to you directly, but I've had an agent reach out and ask to like buy the whole collection.
Yep.
Um,
Probably the same
but
guy.
we facilitated those deals too, where we take like a 10% cut. Obviously I would not charge you a cut, but we could get legitimate shit. If it's not legit, full money refund.
Yeah, well, look, I know Rob wants to do this too, right? So if we want to do like a crazy pack opening for the group, I'm all for it. Like we
Rob
were
was
already
trying to
talking.
come up this weekend and clear me out. I
Yeah,
told
yeah,
him,
yeah,
bro,
yeah, yeah. I told him, Rob, Pocky doesn't
Rego
sell
got
to us.
dibs. Rego, well, no, you have dibs when I do want to sell.
Yeah, which means at the all-time highs, which again, you know me, I
I'm
have
in the
no interest.
business to make money. What do you mean?
Yeah,
What?
yeah,
I've been
yeah.
holding on to this shit forever. You can't steal it from me.
I had an interest a year ago, and there was a reason for that. Now it's like, I'll wait till the next cycle,
Ah,
though.
okay, yeah, you're not the ones to sell to. I get it.
No, 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 no. I am a trader by nature, right?
Uh-huh.
But I'm gonna try to go to like one of those like expo.
Oh, yeah, yeah, those are good. I mean, yeah, it's hard to get some. I mean, those are for retail, really, right? Unless you're
Yeah, I know.
like,
I just want to see it though.
unless you're
Yeah,
coming with a big stack, bro, then like you can make some good deals for sure. You can make some good deals. Um,
that's it. So like it reminds me of like a stock market trade floor back in the day where everybody's just running around. It looks kind of fun. So I'm gonna give it a try. See what's going on. And,
yeah,
this BDC looks
we
like it
look
wants
for
to be fun.
those kids with the parents with the deep pockets.
Of
That's like
course, of course.
our client our clientele.
BDC looks like it looks like it's exhausted, yeah. But you just want it to trade back into here, flush out the oscillator, let it get a bit
Yeah.
exhausted, and then see if it has momentum. But you want this level to be a momentum area, right?
I wanted us, I'll be honest with everybody. I want us to flip that value area high that we rejected off of. I don't know why I got a little excited thinking we were going to blast through it on a Friday morning. Well, I mean, hey, what other morning would it?
I mean,
Tuesday,
volume's been
Monday?
fucking low. Like, look at the low volume, man,
Uh,
for
oh,
for for New
oh
York
God,
Open.
bro, I was looking at the wrong coin. I was looking at Trump coin. I was like 1.4 billion volume. That's it. There's something wrong there. Actually, BTC dude is fucking up there. We've done 20 billion in volume in the last 24 hours. Just on Bybit. I mean, that's pretty big.
Volume 24-hour in total on derivatives is 88.7 bill, which is insane. Um,
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's not, I mean, I remember us on stream and it was at like four. four, four on BTC. Like not even a couple weeks ago. I feel it was pretty recent. Nah, it doesn't matter, but Let's see what happens if we lose this 105, everybody, which is kind of just did it on the 1 minute. If we could reclaim 105.337, oh fuck. All right, so 104.6 to 104.5 would be an area of interest. Reclaim 105.335. If 104.5 is lost, then I will sit on my hands to 102.741. I say these numbers so that way it's picked up on recordings. So anyone that missed these streams, if I say it too fast and you want those numbers again, just let me know.
Look, nothing out of ordinary here on ETH. This is a big zone for us. I would have liked to have wicked more into this box, but rejecting it as it currently stands, nothing out of the ordinary for me. R3 is usually where we look to close out. Solana deviated above R3, but once again, still have this high to take out. So to reject from R3 is pretty normal. BTC kind of slow to the punch here, not liking it too much. But again, if it just wants to hold 103.7 into 105.3, that's really what we're looking for. Might get a dominance rise here, so that's something to keep an eye out, especially since how alts have ran today. So let's just keep an eye out for this. 103, 102 bid and go away. This is for what?
Probably BTC. Exactly what the levels I was just.
Oh my god, yeah, it's true.
talking about.
102 and 103 means BDC now, huh? Jesus. Yeah, my bad. For some reason, I forget we're in the six figures. 105K. You can't make it up. Yeah, look, man, the best case scenario for us here is to flip this box, kind of strongly push away from it. This is what I want to see. But I'm completely okay with it going back into here, doing something like this, and then trying to get out again.
Or Friday. I wouldn't want to see that over the weekend. I'll probably pull my teeth out. I want to see it. We need to do the dip now, like at 12 o'clock Friday, dip, and then rip.
If ETH wants to hold the lows made over here, it's probably going to tag into R3. And then if it's going to continue a bullish continuation, it's going to consolidate, grind up, and continue to push up. Solana wants to get back above here. If that wants to be a bullish outcome. If not, just expect it to downturn. Tape is kind of slow, guys. I can't lie to you, man. Like compared to like recent days and weeks, the tape is pretty slow. Volume's kind of low. Can't lie to you. Like comparison to yesterday's speculation, the volume's kind of low. Do we have any premiums? We have a Coinbase premium, no doubt about that, and it's gone. Okay.
Oh man, that's good.
No, it's actually still there. It's actually still there. It was just like gone. Like the moment I spoke about it, it was just gone. But yeah, there's about a $40 premium here, which is nothing too crazy at 105K. So just keep that in mind.
Um, 372. I don't have 372. I got 323 is my next spot bid.
MicroStrategy may have to pay federal income taxes on its unrealized Bitcoin gains of 18 billion, but they didn't realize anything. So how do you tax that?
FUD.
Why would they be taxed on unrealized gains? What is this turbo communism shit, bro?
Yeah, there's no law. That law did not pass. It did not go through. None of that shit happened. That was Harris's idea, I believe it was. Yeah.
Oh,
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh man, what communists, bro? I'm so glad. I'm so glad. We dodged the bullet, guys. They tax in the Netherlands just like that. You should leave the Netherlands immediately. Yeah, it's called turbo communism. This is what communists do, by the way. Starts with 50% and it starts with everything.
Ha! 105, 337. Funny. Too funny. POCs, baby.
Anybody that is taxing you for money you have not realized yet, you should leave the country immediately. I'm telling you right now.
I'm just gonna tell them I have unrealized losses of $10 million. Just
But that's
hasn't
what I would
happened
do.
yet.
Yeah. That's what I would do. They're trying to
What if
push that shit in Canada too, but they failed so far. Most Western countries are more communist than we realize. Um, I don't think we know what real communism looks like, my friend.
I think you'd have to go to what, like North Korea to really understand that.
Just take a look back at Bolshevik Russia, and you'll know what real communism looks like. Speak to speak to some Venezuelans. Speak to some Romanians. That's what real communism looks like. Don't
Yeah,
Socialism is just
we
turbo
definitely
communism.
we got some freedom over here. I mean,
You guys have guns. There's no such thing as communism with guns. Like it's very simple. It's very simple. Like they couldn't do half of what they did in these countries with an armed society. Like you can't.
yeah, you missed the Art of War chat, I think, last week when I was drinking and celebrating. I'm over there posting videos of me with my guns all over the
Yeah,
place.
yeah, yeah. You definitely got some tendencies but that's more of like social issues, right? You don't want people to suffer and this and that. The problem is then turns into everybody being equal to everybody being equally miserable, right? When you start, taking away from people that take initiative and want to work hard, and you kind of put them in the same group as people that just stay home, smoke weed and collect a government check, then you start to have an unbalanced society.
Hey,
You need
what's
to
wrong with
reward the
smoking
hard work.
weed?
No, 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 no. We're talking about the ones that literally sit on their ass, waste their government checks on stuff like this, while someone goes bust their ass 80 to 95 hours a week, and gets put in the same bracket. It's just not healthy for a society. You need to acknowledge your hard workers. You need to reward them as such.
Oh no, gummies, chill, 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 gummy, chill.
Bro, what the fuck is this? What the fuck was that? Is that you?
Yeah, that was me and drinking in Art of War last week, bro.
There's
I was
no
going.
way.
You can
They, they,
post it again, gummy. Go ahead. You can
the,
post it
the,
again.
the
I don't
short
care.
P&L killed me, bro. That was crazy. That was crazy. You look like a GTA character, man. It's crazy.
I should. And Pat called me a fucking nerd for collecting Pokemon cards. Does that look like a nerd to you?
No, you look someone. You look like someone straight out of GTA San Andreas, bro. It's
I do
crazy.
have my. You can't see it, but I do have my grill in too.
I feel like if I go talk to you, you're gonna give me a mission or something, you know?
That's too funny.
Oh shit. That's a nice sleeve you got though. Is that a sleeve? Or that doesn't look like. Oh, you got double tatted over there.
Yeah, I'm covered from the waist up all the way to my neck.
I don't have a single tattoo.
My back's fully done. Chest, arms, neck, ribs. Yup. Ache my whole body.
Man, that's funny.
I'm taking the roof down, but it's that cloud shit that you've probably seen on TikTok. Mine's really old though, like 5 years.
What weapon do you
It's
have
like
there?
that is an AR-15. Just
Oh
casually
man,
chilling with an AR-15.
the liberals are seething over that one, man. Oh boy, guys, I get taxed 52%.
Yep. Yep, that sounds
52%, and then I get
my
taxed on the
my
things I buy.
my paycheck gets taxed heavy.
Doesn't matter. Since when is my dollar worth less than yours? Imagine I work, I make $1, right? Someone tells you that's great. We'll give you 48 cents back
Yes.
for the dollar I
California,
made.
yeah. Yeah, California is even worse, bro. I think California's like 70% or some shit.
California is fucked beyond belief.
I think I think it's like seven for every dollar you make, you get 30 cents. I think. Don't quote me on this, but this is what someone told me that
Mario
lived
Bros.
there.
One day, Mario Bros. You're gonna be in a position where you make more dollars, but you work. You're gonna recognize your work ethic, and you're gonna have some bum shlomo motherfucker on the other side, right? Some Joe Schmo on the other side that worked maybe 10 hours his whole fiscal year and gets tax less than you. How's that fair?
Tough. So fucking tough.
How's that fair? I work so much harder. Why do I get a bigger chunk of my money taken away from me?
Yeah, my income gets taxed 37%. I get taxed the highest amount here in the States.
Yeah, it's not about making more money. It's about having a work ethic, and if your work ethic rewards you so, why should you be punished more than the person that doesn't work at all? That's
Yeah, like
bullshit.
yes, they're like it starts at it starts at 12%.
Yeah.
Why can't I get taxed 12%? Why do I get taxed 37? The fuck?
You see, Dubai has the best like tax policies, but the problem is it's Dubai.
Yeah,
I'm
so
stuck in
that's
a
the
fucking desert, bro.
that
And again,
no.
it's like I'm in an area where I don't know anything about anything. I have really really bad service. I can't play games with my friends, and I'm far away from everybody else, bro. Like far away from family and friends. Like it's not worth it. Like you know.
I was told that even if I go to Dubai and I keep my American citizenship, I still got to pay taxes on money
Yeah,
that
yeah,
I
of
make.
course.
It don't fucking matter.
If not you
Yeah.
rescind your citizenship, which is not cool, not chill. Like people will literally jump borders for American citizenships. Like it is what it is. No. For capital gains, I get taxed on. So let's
You
say I
have
make 100K. Let's
you
say I
have
make
short term and
100K.
long term, right? Though, right?
No. So like the
Oh,
way it
okay.
works is for capital gains for us, if I make 100K, right, and I declare that, I get taxed in my tax bracket, which is 52%, on 50% of what I made. So if I made 100K, they tax me on 50K of that 52%. So that's more than half. It's not fair. It's not fair. It's called communism. Yeah. And if I declare over 250K, they tax 66% of that total income in my tax bracket. So I get taxed on 66% of what I made. They'll tax me on 66% of that, and then they'll tax me 52% of that, of the 66% that they're taxing me on.
Mm.
Canada.
It's been
It's bad,
tax
bro.
heavy up there though forever, right? I mean, even
Yeah,
like
because
the
it's about
1800s, 1700s, like
yeah,
even with
because
like
it's very socialist minded. It's not about rewarding the hardest working person for the job. It's not about that. It's about making sure everybody's equally dependent on a government. That's what it is.
yeah.
That's what it is. They want you to depend. They don't want you to go private for your health. They want to take care of it. The problem is their systems collapse because everybody's discouraged and unmotivated. Because the second they make a few dollars, it's like that's great. We're taxing you higher, and that creates a society of people that just want to do nothing. Really, they you want to reward your hard workers because they bring business, they bring jobs, they bring economy to your nation. The second you start to penalize them, they leave. All right, this has been a really boring session, Pocky. Like prices have done fuck all.
It got us excited on that opening candle. I thought, like
We
I
always
said,
gotta be,
when
we
I
always gotta be
seen
cautious.
that, I was pretty excited. But I mean, it's not like I FOMO'd in long. I mean, I just got really excited. We're still long from lower, so
I think this
I'm
is
not.
my chance to take a step outside.
Let's go.
Uh, I'll keep it on BDC's M15 charge shocker. Just give me like 2
Oh,
minutes.
oh, you taking a smoke break?
I am.
Oh, I already
You
sparked
could
up
tell.
while
You
you were.
you could tell when the mic switches, right?
When you said smoking weed and sitting on the couch all day long, I literally grabbed a joint and sparked it up.
Yeah, but Pocky, do you or do you not run multiple businesses?
I run multiple
You're
businesses. Yes,
entitled
that
to
is
do
correct.
whatever the fuck you want. I'm talking about the people, bro,
Oh,
that collect my
oh,
taxpayer money to
yeah.
pretend that to pretend that their back
Uh,
hurts so they could just do this, right? Like it's not justified, you know? You could do whatever you want. You're a hardworking person. You could spend your leisure how you wish. That's not my point.
I know what you meant. I know what you meant. Definitely.
It's the ones that collect government checks off hardworking taxpayers that do this. And it's not like they have a reason to do that. It's just because the system is broken. So
I've
why not?
had I've had people apply to work for some of my retail stores, and they literally are like, "Hey, can you pay me cash under the table so I can keep like my food stamps and stuff?"
See
I'm
what I
like,
mean? Like this is
"What?
gay. Like
I'm
this
about to
is
pay
this
you
is
like $15 an hour. You don't need to be on food stamps no more, bro. Chill." I know
see what I mean
fifteen
though?
dollars an hour is not a lot of money, but this is somebody that literally takes orders from customers, rings
Yep.
them out, and sends them home. It's not like the salespeople that work for me; they get paid real well, real well.
It's not about that, right? It's not about having declaring an honest living. It's about scamming the system to its corrupt core, bro. It's broken. It needs to be fixed. So they need to punish this mentality. They need to start rewarding hard workers, right? Like if they told you they'll take away more and more taxes, for having these sort of professional lines of work, what's that going to do to a society? It's going to motivate them
Yep.
to want to work as hard as they can. It's just basic stuff, like it's so easy a fucking monkey can do it. That's why you see Trump come in and he'll sign 200 executive orders. It'll fix itself. It just you need someone honest to do it. That's all it is. But the system that we have, bro, where we reward people that don't do anything, creates this effect on other people's way of thinking. It's like, well, I'm not going to work hard because the harder I work, the more they take. What's the point? They punish you, essentially,
Yeah,
is what I'm
yeah.
trying to say.
I just take it. I just take the hit. I just take the chance. That's all I'm gonna do. That's it. I mean, obviously, having a good like CPA and financial advisors and stuff has helped me tremendously.
Oh my god, dude, I switched tax accountant this year, and this guy's just sending me like 80 emails like, why are you doing this? You could do this. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah. 100%.
He
Like,
told me how much
yeah,
I lost over the past 3 years of doing things poorly because my previous accountant was shit. And he's like, you lost so much money. It's like, do you want me to tell you the number? And I'm like, what? And he told me the
yeah,
number, and I wanted to cry because I was just
yeah,
thinking of
man.
like all the Pokemon cards I could have bought, and like all the shit. And I was just so salty, bro. I was so salty. I'm like, is there any way to recover this? He's like, unfortunately, no. He's like,
Nope.
yeah. And I was so salty, man. I was so salty. I
Hey,
could have
now you
bought.
got a good one though. I'm happy. I'm happy. That's
Oh yeah,
really
night and
good.
day, man. Night and day. When
I'm,
when a
I'm,
tax
I
accountant's
have.
calling you every 5 minutes saying like, do you have these? Do you have this? Do you have that? Okay, good, because I'm gonna do something here. And I was like, oh my god. I'm like, I have a real tax accountant now. Like
Yeah, dude.
he's got like
Yeah.
a whole team working for me now. It's like 5 people on my file now. So it's
Yep.
cool. It's
Yep. Yep. Same
changed
here.
everything for me. Yeah. I mean, you pay the big bucks, but when you realize what you're paying and what you could have saved, it's like fuck, man. I wish I did
But
this sooner.
that's a write off too, though.
Hmm.
Hiring a really good like any amount that you pay to the CPA is a write off. So
That's
yeah,
it.
I have no problem writing that check. That check is like probably the
The best.
happiest check that I write out of a fucking year, to be honest with you.
Yeah. When you got a good CPA, changes everything. So guys, don't cheap out on your CPAs. Get a good one. They know their shit. The one that knows their shit. Like,
You got digital ones now that could do stuff like where you don't have to drive down the street.
oh
Like
yeah, yeah, yeah. We do everything digitally.
I gotta find me a new one because mine they when I move, they don't do anything digitally. Like I go into the office with them and work like in, but
Oh yeah, one of the
they're
old school
old.
ones.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but good. They work
old school
for
ones are the
they
best. Yeah.
Yeah, mine do so like if someone was to get audited in the three counties, they are the guys that do the auditing for the IRS.
Oh wow.
So my CPAs are pretty wild. I thought there would be a conflict of interest there, but I guess not. I was like, that's a cool story. I think you guys are just selling me. And they're like, no, it's for real. They really do it.
Good tax accountant changes everything. I wish I understood this sooner. I thought I had a good one, but you realize there's just people that know their shit so much more.
Well, you see commercials for all these like tax companies where it's like do it yourself, $29 or like free and shit like that. So like you'll get, but like I believe a CPA, no matter how much, I mean, if you make over 50K, I think you should have a CPA. Because anything under that, yeah, you can just do it yourself. I'm sure you don't have a lot of write offs and stuff like that. It's all personal.
All right, I'm back in my seat, and there's a whole fucking chat going on here. I want to read all this. Hold on.
Yes, it is Ninjas Day. I'll be adding students to the one-on-one section here shortly.
Here in Finland, we have 30% of any winning trade. In camera claim losses in perpetuals. That's horrible. Yeah, that's nuts, Tampa. That's actually crazy. This chat's way more active than Wednesday. Wednesday is like I feel like I'm doing a funeral service.
Oh man, you could just join ours. All of
Well, because
ours.
ours is usually packed with like macro talk, right? So it's like everybody's just
Yeah.
like listening. But this is more like open discussion. Like
We
again,
do. I feel like we do open discussion at least maybe like once a month, and
we
it's
do this
good.
every week over
I,
here.
no, like where we don't just talk about trading in the fucking chart that everyone's been looking at every day for as long as they've been in this. It is. I like these talks and stuff when we kind of get off subject. It's a good refresher. It's definitely. I mean, plus when we're just waiting.
Yeah, like a lot of the times, man, we're just waiting for stuff, and we had a pretty boring New York Open so far. So we go a bit off topic. That's just how it goes. Like we have our levels set. We have everything we're looking for. We just gotta wait now.
Yes, 100%.
Gummy, what the fuck?
Oh damn! Dude. They have it's the best beef between them two. It doesn't end. Like they give us oh man, there's so much entertainment throughout this Discord. I love it. Oops.
What's wrong with BTC Dom and BTC increase or decrease? It rises and destroys the alts. So the thing about Bitcoin dominance, right, is there a lot of people think that just because it's going up, it's that money is allocating into BTC. It's a number of factors, right? When BTC Dom goes up, it doesn't necessarily mean that money is being allocated into BTC. It means that the cost of alts going down, their loss in USD valuation, while BTC more or less stays the same, is that Bitcoin's influence on the market overall, because of how much more capital it's retained in USD value, is what causes it to rise, right? So, for example, if all alts slash 10, 20% across the board in their USD valuations, whereas Bitcoin only drops maybe 3 to 4%, right? The value in USD that BTC has retained in comparison to the rest of the market causes its dominance to go up. Does this make sense to people? It's
It
not
should.
necessarily, yeah,
You need to understand this.
it's not that it's necessarily people buying into BTC. It's that it's retaining the overall value of USD better than others. So that causes its influence and dominance on the entire market cap itself to go up. I know how much I love to talk about my Bitcoin dominance.
Yeah. Yeah. We the massive GP that it kind of rejected in there, which is very good prediction from a long time ago on these streams. Long fucking time ago.
I am torn on what happens next on this thing, though. I truly am. It's either this completely breaks down, or it just shuffles higher. I know it's one of those up or down scenarios, but it is the truth.
I see compression if you ask me.
To the downside or to the upside?
It looks like it wants to go as of right now more to the upside.
That's what I'm hoping for, because that means we get a prolonged cycle. That means like if this continues to trend up from here, we're looking at BDC somewhere towards like 250, 300K. I know that freaks people out, but the implication, right? As Dennis would say, the implication of that would be all that money needs to cycle and flow out elsewhere, right? It's the implication that it brings. So a bit more pain and suffering maybe for the rest of the market.
The long term health.
But long term, what that means for when it finally goes bust. Yeah, we got some Sunny fans in here. I love it. I love it. It's one of the best comedies of all time, by the way, guys. If you've never watched it, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is goated. It's one of the best. You ever watch it, Pocky? Yeah,
Uh-uh.
that scene in particular is too good. Too good. You gotta watch it, Pocky. You're gonna die of laughter.
I'm pulling up my little dominance chart for coin control. Oh, you probably your name doesn't sound familiar. You're probably not familiar with what I just posted. Um, I could see it topping out around like 69 ish. $66 to 69 would be like the ideal TPs on what dominance? Oh, no, you gotta use it for that. If I was going long on H bar, you didn't even tag me, Randy.
Go.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! What do you mean H bar? Oh, well, you're definitely not playing the 5, or you're not playing the 15. You're not playing the 30. You could look at the 30 as like a bullish retest on the 50 RSI, but right now you'd be playing either you the 1 minute and 5 minute. So invalidation of whatever peak that it prints on the 1 and 5 is your peak of your invalidation, but it's RSI, not price.
H bar is kind of tricky because it's already hit what I would call its intraday potential, which is the R3. If you really want to go for a rebid, with the volume oscillator flushing out pretty hard here, I think you're going to get something like this. Back in towards the pivot 200 EMA, and if we have signs, it'll probably do something like this. Continue to trend. We're in no man's land right now during the session. Not much for us to do. It's bleeding out. Like since the open, we've had this candle, and for the remainder of the stream, we've just retraced halfway into this candle. Like we've done absolutely nothing all stream.
Yeah. It's coming right back to the 105.
Yeah, just
It's,
get back
it's
in
really,
here.
yeah, it's
Hold.
mid right now. Mids.
Pretty boring. Trump 1 minute PA. Let's take a look.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're T-Wopping? If it's coming from Mick, he's already asking if we're gonna T-Wop this.
Oh my god, I hate 1 minute charts.
It's been a fucking hack though, bro. I wonder if it works with your oscillator. Interesting.
What's this?
So we've been T-Wop not as much recently as prior, but we've been T-Wopping the Trump coin when it's oversold on the 1 minute, and it's been printing sometimes like 40-50% moves, and then other times like 10-11% scalps.
I
It's
mean,
it's
if you're
it's it's the stupidest trading strategy I've ever even thought of, but I'm not complaining because it's done extremely well. It's just not as fun as it was before.
yeah, because now it's getting it's pretty dense, right? In liquidity, if I'm not mistaken, Trump's up here, man.
Exactly. Yeah, the liquidity
Big
has
market cap now.
changed like big time.
It's like not even like a small cap or speculative. It's like a mid cap. It trades like a mid cap. Like it's big, bro.
With huge, like when it moves, like even on the downside, like it still will get like 1 minute candles that are 1% and more. It's pretty crazy. So very volatile. You guys are trying to do it what? Oh, on new coins, new listed coins, because there's no POCs, right? Yeah. So if you're not familiar using fixed range volume profile, T-Wopping with the RSI reversals, I would assume it works. I haven't tried it yet on any other new coins. Trump coin had the insane amount of volume going through it so fast. It was probably the nuttiest thing ever, the nuttiest coin I've ever traded. Did you play Trump at all? Did you scalp it even at least once, or no? You stayed away.
No, but I told my friends to kind of buy in, and they made quite a bit of money off of it. I'm not gonna lie. Told my friends that I'm like, I don't usually recommend meme shit, but I'm like, for some reason he retweeted this, and I'm like, I'm not sure if he's hacked, but like it's going to cause a stir. I told my friends on what was it, the Friday night that it got released, and
Not
I think
financial advice, but yeah.
no, I told them I'm like, you guys keep fucking busting my balls for a speculative play, right? And you don't care if you lose your money. I'm like, this is the one I think I'm going to recommend to you guys, and I think they got in somewhere towards like what I want to say $10 to $12, something like that. I let $12, something like $12, and yeah, they made a killing. They made a killing. I'm pretty sure they've already closed out there, but I didn't play it. I just I don't play these things, bro. Like I don't know, man. It's just not for me.
No, it's completely fair. I to be honest, I joked about it. I was like, this is what on-chain leverage trading probably feels like if it was available.
Yeah, yeah, 100%.
It was the wildest ride of trading any coins in 4 years of my life over what? It's been a week now. I think. I think it's been out for a week. Yeah.
Just under a week. Yeah, today would be a week that it's actually
Yeah.
out. So yeah, last Friday night, I remember seeing that. Just DJT retweeted Trump coin, and I'm like, he's got to be hacked, right? Like that was the first thing I said. And then I'm like, wait a minute, even if he is hacked, I'm like, people are going to fall for this shit. So I took a quick look at the contract itself, right, just to see if it was a honeypot or something like that. I realized it wasn't. So I pinged my friends in my other Discord, and I'm like, look, you guys keep busting my balls for something super speculative. You want to be early? I'm like, this is pretty early. I'm like, just buy in, pay whatever fee, and get in. And they did that. They did that anywhere between I want to say $10 to $14 is where they got in, and
Oh, come on, BTC. Let me see you go for it. Just go for it. Go for 106.6, 107.7. Let's just go
flipping
for
the
it.
box, flipping the box.
Just go for it. Yeah, I played HBJ. I played. Remember that? I played TRB. We caught that. It was an insane P&L for the long, and then I flipped short, and I held that on forever too. That was big. I played TRB that day, but it was
Holy
only like 24
defense up here,
hours.
man.
Trump was fucking days, man.
Who is this loser, dude?
No, I closed the short out. I closed the short out like 50
Oof.
bucks or something.
Negative deltas, man. Fuck, dude. Who is this guy, man?
Where's he on? He's on Coinbase.
Yeah, who is this guy, man? Like, what a
Uh
loser,
oh.
man.
It might be some Silk Road private wallet. It's
If it's
Ross.
Ross,
It's
I swear to
Ross,
God, bro.
bro.
Call
It's
him fucking
Ross.
sentencing again, I swear to
Trust,
God.
trust me. It's Ross.
No way Ross does that to us. No way, no way.
Hey, he deserves it.
He deserves to okay,
Out
look.
of out of anyone that sells, he deserves to sell some and get some money in his bank account. Dude's
Look.
been in there for like what, 11 years, something like that, 10, 11 years.
If I'm Ross, I'm saying, damn, I would have sold at any other moment during my prison sentencing. You're telling me it's already up this much? That means we win. I would never sell.
Just think about the amount he could possibly have. He just got out of prison. You're telling me that he wouldn't take just a fucking nibble? That's
A
next
nibble.
level
A
shit.
nibble's not fucking selling. This is turbo selling over here. Who is this guy?
If he has thousands upon thousands, that's not that much.
True. He's pulling a DJ Khaled on us. He's telling him, go buy yourself a house. Go buy your whole family a house. We're getting DJ Khaleded right now, man. This is not good.
Because I don't think he could have told his wife, right? Like, hey, I got this, go sell it. Like that should like they would have jumped on that.
I'm
But
pretty
he
sure we
ended
have
up
all his wallets tagged though. I'm pretty sure they're 2014 dormants, right? So like I'm pretty sure everybody has 2014 dormant addresses tagged.
Oh, we'd see it then. Yeah, we'd definitely
Yeah,
see it
we'd see it right away.
on Twitter if somebody would call it out. Yeah.
Yep. It's either that or all the shit was seized. Nah, don't trust Matrix. Don't trust Matrix. He's trolling. Matrix is a good friend of mine. I think it is because Silk Road didn't sell any of the 6.5 bill, right?
No,
Ha ha ha. All that FUD for no reason. So it's very likely that Silk Road's BDC. Um,
it's now the U.S. government's BTC.
yeah. Well, it already is. It's seized, right? But
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah. That's different though. Seized versus not seized anymore, and it's in the SVR is a lot different.
so if it was seized through unlawful means, does that mean Ross gets his BDC back? Trump would never let that happen. He'd be like,
Yeah, no, no, no. That was the agreement. I get you out. I get that.
100%. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because technically, if he's been pardoned of all wrongdoing, then technically the seize is unlawful, right? And unwarranted. So he's probably like, Ross, I'm gonna make you a deal, Ross. It's gonna be a
And
beautiful deal.
he's like, it's okay. I already have a couple wallets on the side, bro. We're
Yeah, he
okay.
probably pulled like that. Oh, geez. Oh, shucks. Oh, geez, Rick. What am I gonna do, Rick? He's just got like 30K BDC somewhere
Bro,
else.
I'm. You know what, man? Nah, time is so valuable to me, but 10 years to have that much,
And it wasn't it
man.
wasn't it wasn't like a regular prison sentence, right? Like for like a good 2 years he was in solitary. Which is why, like, I don't know if anybody saw the video he posted there where he was like thanking all his friends and family and everybody, but like
Yeah,
you could tell the guy's off now, man. Like he's not the same. He's like
yeah.
awkward. He's like he can't speak. Solitary ruins people, man. Like what didn't they put Andrew Tate in there for like 4 months and like he just wasn't the same for a bit? Like just looked like a mess, that guy.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Telling you, man, like 4 months of just being stuck in four walls, not talking to anybody makes you go a bit crazy. Like it should. It should drive you insane. Like solitary is cruel, bro. Like Johnny, the next big cook is when Ross makes a coin. He makes a coin. I give up. I give up.
They made like a statement that he is part of no coins, no meme coins, nothing. So,
Yet.
uh,
He's probably
ah,
rubbing his hands
shit.
together like fucking Birdman in the window. Probably was like, I don't know. I'm expecting this is what I expect. I expect the Joe Rogan podcast to come out when he's ready. I think everybody needs to hear that, right? Wouldn't we all
Yeah,
want to hear a Joe Rogan podcast?
I want to hear every Rogan's podcast almost though.
Like Ross is gonna be talking
I
about
love
like
his
all his
shit.
time spent in prison, and Joe Rogan's gonna be like, "Man, that reminds me of chimps. Jamie, pull up chimps," and he's just gonna start going off about chimps. I'm convinced that's how the podcast will go.
Oh
He's just gonna
man.
get stoned on chimp facts or bears. Dude, bears are fucking savage, man. Jamie, pull up bears attacking other bears. He's just gonna be.
Oh no.
Ross gonna try telling his life stories. He's gonna be like, "That reminds me of chimps, man. You ever seen videos of chimps?"
Oh, be careful, Art. Muslim might slip in here now. You talked about the bots.
He's gonna ask Ross, "Can we try DMT?"
Oh yeah. Oh, you know Ross did DMT. You can tell
Uh,
sometimes by the way people talk.
you think
Um,
Ross? Yeah, yeah. With all the Silk Road drugs, for sure, he got his hands on some good shit, huh?
yeah,
Man, if
I
you
can.
guys know his story, it's insane. Like how he outsmarted every all the way down to the CIA, if I'm not mistaken. He was outplaying them so hard, so hard. They had to illegally catch him. Like they couldn't beat him through traditional means. He was hopping from internet cafe to internet cafe, full encryption, and they couldn't catch this guy. They had to seize his website illegally. They had to brute force his shit illegally. They had to threaten his partners. We don't even know what they did to them for him to finally get exposed. Like they literally broke every law in the book to catch him. He was just too smart. I'd be too scared to try that shit. I've seen
Oh, I
people.
know. I know you haven't done it. I can tell, 100%.
The worst I did, I think, was salvia, and that fucked me up. Like,
No, I wouldn't do that.
I'm not. Anything within the next 40 days, declassification of those files will exist. That's just another huge thing, by the way. Huh? Like, that's another promise. You're gonna have to wait less than 2 months.
It changed my life. Changed my outlook on everything.
Yeah, I've heard it changes people's lives for the better, but it also completely destroys them. So I don't know where I stand.
Ooh, I could tell you why. It's
Yeah,
because
because it's a stripping of the ego. It's completely breaks you down.
what it just puts you in a class of, like, how can I say this?
Inferior.
Like my thought process, right? Like what I believe and all this stuff changed, like, drastically because of what I've seen and how certain things make sense. When it comes to, like, religion and stuff,
Yeah, yeah.
it's really wild. It gets really deep, and like, I could talk about it for days on what I've seen and what the experiences are and how you can compare it to other things on why I don't believe in religion. um and and I have a cross tattooed from the top of my back to the bottom of my back. Like, I was born into a Catholic family. I believed in all of it. That's what the crazy part is. The DMT brought me to, like, a different dimension,
Yeah, that's what
and it's
everybody says.
like, yeah, dude, and it's like, holy shit, like, life and everything is all just energy, and it's like, whoa, like, it blew my mind. And to be honest with you, like, that's kind of like that years when I changed everything. I became extremely successful.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, like, yeah, it definitely helped me out for the better. Now there has been a couple people that
it messes them
had,
up. Yeah,
yeah, 100%. Definitely did have a bad experience. Like, I think you have to have a clear mind, positive mindset going into it, and you'll have a good experience. But this dude lived like a whole life for 30 years in, like, a 15-minute span. He came back and literally freaked out.
mm-hmm.
He lived a life for 30 years. Wife, kids, family, names, everything, birthdays, wild.
Yeah, it's terrifying shit. I don't know. I don't know
Wild.
if I could do that, bro. Like, I don't. It's I've heard things. I don't think I'm ready for that. Again, I took like a Salvia 40 60X or something like that. And again, me too. Something that lasted 5 minutes. I thought I lived a whole different life, and I was freaking out, bro.
Oh,
Like, I was freaking
man.
out, bro. Like, I was terrified. I woke up screaming into the ground, bro. Like, I'll never forget it.
So a lot of people have the same mindset now. Like, they've kind of experienced the same stuff that I did. Yeah, it's very
Yeah,
common.
everybody does.
Yeah,
Every
yeah, yeah.
story I hear is more or less the same thing. It's like I met my demons, my gods. Like, everybody says the same thing. And it either makes them a better person or destroys them. Like, I guess it stands where like where you are like with yourself. I guess I really don't know. I'm talking out of my
100%.
ass.
No, no,
Yeah.
no, no, no. You're on the right track. You're on the right track.
Salve is meant to deter people from doing drugs. Where I come from, right? Because we had a lot of Native Americans, right? In in where I live, like we have like a native reserve like 20 minutes away from where I live, and this is what they use. They use this, right? So it's meant to. I think the thing is, I think I tried a way bigger dose than I should have for my first ever try, and I didn't know what to expect. I was anxious, and I created like very anxious thoughts, bro. Like,
Ooh.
that was terrifying shit, bro. 5 minutes felt like a lifetime. It was scary.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Yeah, it needs to be respected. All these type of things need to be respected. You can't just. But hey, man, like some people, man, they're looking for like that breakthrough on like what happens next. I think this is the best way to do it. Believe it or not.
hmm yeah.
Yeah.
Not condoling abuse of this stuff.
LTC so strong. I thought, what drug is that? Imagine. Let me go check. Let me go check. Hold on.
Oh, that's funny. It's good. See this stream. This stream's definitely different than previous ones. We went from Pokemon
Because nothing's
cards to.
moving. Everything's just going boring, bro.
I
Like
know. It's funny. It's just funny.
LTC does
Oh,
look nice though. I'm not gonna lie to you.
mouse. I had my fair share, and then I went to like micro dosing. If that works too, I like it.
LTC. Well, Martian. Is that how you're? Or is it Omatien? Omar. That makes sense. Omar. For me, it's at R3 levels, right? So you have two outcomes here. It's either you're getting a full pullback into this curling up 200 EMA, or you're going to consolidate on R3 into the daily
And
close and then pop again, right?
rip.
So the 4 hour, the 4 hour suggests that it can definitely do another move like this.
And then it'll get you new pivots on the next day on your 15 too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And the one day is less likely to give me a story here, but it could just as very well do this over the course of days. Probably look to bounce off these lows. But for the 15-minute, if you're looking for like a really aggressive setup, it's gonna look like this: consolidation at R3, right? You flush out this oscillator. This needs to get completely bottomed while still trading above R3. It's gonna do something like this. And then once that's bottom, you can expect momentum to push higher into these wicks again. Problem is that might take a long time. So the best bet is to see if it tries to break down. And with that breakdown, you could target these pockets of liquidity by tomorrow or by later in the day. Your 200 EMA will be somewhere over here. Your pivot will be somewhere over here. Oh my God, it's already 11 puck.
Wow. Time is flying.
It is.
Good that we just had a good time.
We did. It was a fun stream. It was boring on the charts, but it's a fun stream nonetheless. Just kind of we can't make it up, guys. We started our stream right here. We got this one huge pump, and then we just traded inside this candle for the remainder of the session.
Got me all excited for nothing.
Thoughts on Elon's speech? What did he say?
Oh, shit.
Are we talking about at the inauguration? Where he did the Roman salute? I didn't hear it. I did not hear it. That was more of a Roman salute than it was a Nazi salute, right? It was emphasized on the pause. That's how I can tell.
Just drives me crazy on how people
Was
can
stupid,
really
whatever it
care
was. I think
so
I think
much
it's
about
playing the
that.
media. I think it's playing the media for the fools they are. They knew. He knew. He knew they would talk about him. You see, it's the I think it's the ultimate hypocrisy, right? Because I have half the side telling me that Elon Musk is an Israeli shill, then I have the other half telling me he's a Nazi shill. It's got to be one or the other, guys. You can't have both. Yeah, innovative minds are pretty weird. I'll agree.
Have to. You like some people are like, oh, they think outside of the box. There's no box.
It's just the ultimate hypocrisy is I'll have the people telling him he's a Netanyahu shill, and then the other half telling me he's a Nazi. It's like the biggest contradiction I've ever heard in my life. So it's one or the other. And yeah, when you start to realize that maybe he's on the spectrum, maybe just a bit autistic, you kind of realize that in public crowds he's kind of awkward, and it kind of makes sense. Yeah.
But when he's working, he does business.
Mouth.
Mouth. Oh,
It just
shoot,
he
that's
knew that the
amazing.
media would talk about that. He knew that. That's why he did it. My opinion. Just to show you how quick the media is to attack something that's
Didn't he make like an astronomical amount to his net worth last year,
Yeah,
like
he's
over
a
a
G.
hundred
He's a
over a
G.
hundred billion. Am I wrong there? I just know it's in billions. I just
As
know it's
things
billions.
stand, with his innovations, what he's done with space exploration, the reusing of rockets, it's the equivalent, to my eyes, of a modern day Renaissance Da Vinci. It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Ooh, that's a big word.
It's the same
I,
thing. It's the same
I
thing.
like it. I
Redefining
like
how we
it.
see things. The only thing to come next is medicine. I think we need a medicine
You're,
advancement. Like
you like Elon, right? We have some Elon haters in here.
it's not that I like him. I think he's a
Would you
weird
go
person.
out? Would you
But
go out to dinner with them? Would you hang out with them if you had the
oh, I don't.
opportunity?
I find it hard to. I mean, you put me in. You give me an hour with arguably one of the busiest people I've ever seen. Um, Doing what he's doing, absolutely. I mean, I think you'd be a fool not to take that opportunity. But do I think as a person, do you do I? I think he's kind of on the spectrum. So I think he's awkward. He's an awkward dude. But
Yeah,
I'm
I'd
awkward
be
too.
friends with them.
I'd
I'd
be
be
friends with
friends
him.
with
Yeah,
them.
of course, of course.
Kidding me?
Yeah, important figures are complicated. It's hard to understand how they think, and I think when they get this much attention, they're gonna do weird shit. It's just he's impressive, but just another person. Well, I don't compare myself to an Albert Einstein, a Leonardo da Vinci. These people have brilliant minds, innovative minds. They push things that people tell you, oh no, we can't do that. So the second someone's able to do that, like not on one thing, two things, but like three or four things now, it's kind of like okay, maybe this person's a bit special. It's like the same thing, like what was it? Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs is the same way to me. Like when you when you do something like when you accomplish what you did with Apple, right? Just by having a clear vision, and then you go jump onto something like Pixar, right? Which started as like a company to make the animated machines, and then you turn something like Pixar into a multi-billion-dollar thing as well. It's like okay, they're onto something. There's something about these people's brains where they're onto something. You
Yeah.
know, they're
Yeah.
they're very very specific people. They're one in I want to say more than a million because one in a million is not too impressive these days. But
No,
like
no, no.
one
It's
in like a
higher
hundred
than.
million, maybe even one of a kind.
Yep. Yep. There's you see it. I mean, you see it all the time. I even look at I'm a Star Wars fan, so even like George Lucas, like his what he created with the whole Star Wars thing.
Oh man, we can even go as far
We
back
we ha-
to
we have jetpacks now. Like how crazy is that?
yep.
Like we
Yep.
actually have fucking jetpacks now.
Dude,
And
you had Steve Jobs go on like some Indian spiritual trip, right? And he was taking like LSD or something. It was like a true story.
DMT,
He was not
DMT.
yeah, LSD. It was LSD, specifically acid and LSD, right? And he came back one day and he was like, "We're all gonna be able to talk to each other through a square in our pocket." This was like in the '70s, bro. This is in the '70s. He was already telling you that we're gonna be able to face. What he was talking about was FaceTiming each other through a square block. And this guy had this vision 40 years before it actually happened. Like, how do how do people come up with that shit?
Well, yeah. This is a whole nother topic about time travel.
Yeah, like delusional people are weird, and weird people do crazy shit. It's just let Elon do his thing. He's a bit on the spectrum. He's not good with social gestures. He's not good with crowds. Kind of awkward dude. Yeah, like
But
Tolkien and George R. R. Martin. These guys are weird people, bro. Like think of even the guys that created like the Souls games. Think about like what goes through their brains when they have to make shit like that.
so time travel is a little bit different. We won't even get on that subject.
Oh my god, we can't get into this. We can't get into this. Not at the end of the
Yeah,
stream.
yeah,
But
no,
I loved the
But
open
time
mindedness of this
travel though,
conversation.
real quick. Do you think that a lot of people get time travel like mixed up with physically having to go to the past or future? Do you think it's possible that we could time travel in our minds?
Ooh.
DMT. Oh shit, I'm done. I'm kidding. Oh
So
shit.
you want to know what's crazy, right? I was watching a show. Maybe you guys have watched this one. It's True Detective, right? This is the first season with McConaughey and a couple other guys, right? I thought it was brilliant, by the way. Brilliant show. Um, there's a part where he tells you like time's a flat circle, right? You know, the McConaughey time's a flat circle. Like he's talking like that, and it's pretty much telling you like when you take yourself out of that dimension, right? Out of our dimension, time is essentially just like a measure, or just like a something that could be like something that could be manipulated with and tampered with, right? So like if you're like from like the fourth or fifth dimension, right? Like time is
Yeah.
nothing to you.
Right.
It's just like he says. It's just interesting, right? It's have you ever watched that show, Pop?
Yes, I love it.
Oh man, great, great show. Interstellar is another one that talks about the fourth dimension and how time doesn't
Yep.
matter to someone in the fourth dimension, right? It's just it's something that we exist in our reality in, right?
I
But
think
to
I
someone
watched that
out of our
movie.
dimension, yeah, it's the best.
I
It's the
watch it. I
best.
watch it twice a year at least.
It's so good. It's so good. They did it so well. They did it so well. Oh man,
Yeah. Yep.
and that song of Interstellar, the one there that starts with the piano going dun dun. Interesting. Yeah, we could talk about this. We could talk
We
about this
got
shit all day.
yeah, we got
Honestly,
off topic so hard today. I love it.
it's the best. It's the best.
Oh, sheesh.
Yeah, like I think the cool thing about Interstellar, right, was that it practiced real theories and it did its best to show you like a visualization of how that would actually go down. And I respect the artistry behind it because it's not easy. It's not easy, right? Because nobody actually knows, but it was cool to see.
Yes, how someone's brain came up with it. Yes, I think it's amazing. The
Ooh,
imagination some people have.
someone's asking me my thoughts on COVID. Do we really want to open up this can of worms? We don't
No,
have the time for it. We don't have the time for it.
yeah, we're done.
We don't have
We're
the
done
time
about
for it.
that. We're done about that.
I
That's
think you know what I'm
dark.
gonna say though. I
That's
think you
really
know what I'm gonna
dark, okay? Yeah, that's too dark.
say.
Traveling space, happy thoughts. Ross getting free, happy thoughts. Pokemon, definitely happy thoughts. DMT, 50-50. COVID, dark. Black.
Understanding that our existence is mere, irrelevance to four-dimensional, five-dimensional beings. We're getting a bit dark. Talking about COVID is where it gets the darkest. But nah, guys, this was a fun stream. This was a no. Yo, HBJ, we did not say don't pay taxes. We said get a good accountant, get a good CPA, because it
Yeah,
makes all the difference.
HVJ.
Don't
Oh my
fucking put us under
goodness.
the scope like that. We are not talking about tax advice. The only tax advice I'd ever give someone is to get yourself a good CPA that knows his shit and actually works with you, not one that treats you just as like a thorn in their side.
Yeah, I paid
Work with
my
someone that
taxes.
wants to work with you personally on a one-to-one basis, wants to understand your situation and what you're spending on and how you're spending it, and they provide legal means of how to maximize efficiency on that. Electric cars, yeah or nay? Oh man, these are all the questions. Why are you guys asking this now? It's funny because you'll have like a bunch of these questions, and then someone will come in and be like, "What do you think about Adam on the 15-minute?"
Yeah, yeah. It's just now Pandora's box is open. What do you think about Bonnie? Oh man.
It's too good. It's too good. Ooh, Ishi joined us too. Guys, we have to end this off over here. We have to end this off here.
HVK came for Win Lambo.
The
I don't know.
problem
You
is
tell me.
we've had a boring
Oh man.
we've had a boring price action stream. So like we kind of just sold off. We've been going an inside candle on BDC. Oh my God! Someone's asking me if climate change is real.
Lucky Bryce is not in here with flat Earth.
Yeah, Bryson and fucking went full Alex Jones on us right now. The answer is yes. The question, the answer is also no. The answer is yes. You live on a spinning, floating rock that is turning and doing everything it can. To say that we have anything to do with it, the answer is no. You know, I
Oh, here
wonder.
we
I
go,
wonder if those.
mouse.
You know, I wonder if those dinosaurs. You know, they used too many plastic straws. They threw them in the ocean. I wonder if all the saber-toothed tigers. Did threw out all their plastic cups or used too many
Wonder if,
plastic cups when they were taken over by an ice age. You know, like I wonder all that shit. I wonder if they had anything to do with that either.
wonder if there's any aliens at Area 51.
BJ with the fucking pasta. He comes in with the pasta. We haven't seen that one all week. All right, right. No, no. We have to end this one off here. It's a tragedy. It's a tragedy. This has been a good one.
That was a good one.
Yo, is that guy still in the group after posting that shit?
I'm not sure.
He's already, dude. He joined in like 2 days, and he's already a legend. He's still in the group, and he's a legend. He'll be remembered for the rest of our days.
Sean probably gave him membership.
You should get a lifetime membership just for that quote alone.
Oh
Man, we
wow,
got
we're
TQ joining in at 11:30. There's no way you did that.
Yeah,
TQ.
I joined their stream this morning. I've been streaming for like feels almost like 5 hours. Gone
Dude,
through
run,
2
run's crazy.
joints.
Fucking TQ right now is he's currently got a couple of needles in his arm of Pokemon cards.
Oh, he's a homie. I can't tax him.
Yeah. He's
Can't
he's
tax
hooked.
him.
He's hooked. He's done.
I can get you loaded real quick, Reek. Whatever you want.
He's done. He's fucked.
And I take crypto.
Oh shit. All right, Pock, we got to end this off. We've been going on for more than 2 hours here.
Good times.
Good times, great times.
Yes. Now everyone's upset, but hey, good times don't last forever. Have a good weekend, everybody.
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, it's always a pleasure. Thank you for joining us on our boring market morning.
Is lit.
But we will see you guys next week, same time, same place. Hopefully, we have more market stuff to talk about. We were kind of we had to improv. We had to improv today, but thankfully, me and Pocky can get into some good conversations while we wait. So, with that being said, as always, we'll see you back in the Discord. We'll see you next week, same time, same place. And yeah, have yourselves a great Friday and a great end to your trade week.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Likewise, my friend. Everybody else, peace out. We'll see you soon.